Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the We Are Wrestling podcast. This is a long ass podcast.
Get ready.
So let's just get it started. With Dynamite. How did you like the new set for Dynamite?
I'm not trying to be a hater or nothing. Like, I kind of liked it, but it reminded me too much of all the other companies. Like with the big ass Titantron,
Okay,
whatever.
so-
I'm currently watching Impact right now, and they have a big ass fucking Titantron.
So this is what I don't understand about it. I don't understand about the look. It looks like that should be specific for a pay-per-view. It looks like perfect for a pay-per-view. It's perfect for the pay-per-view. It's like, oh, pay-per-view should be this way. If the pay-per-view looked like this, it would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But this is their every week thing. This is not like this is just a one-time thing. This is a every week thing.
Yeah.
So that's what's bothering me. It's like, this doesn't make any sense to me. Like, everything else about it is like the lighting, the way it's shot, everything else perfectly fine. The opening set is too much for me. It's like, this is a pay-per-view shit. This shouldn't be your every week. So, like, to me, that feels like whatever your pay-per-view is going to look like, it's not even going to look like it's not even going to be as hot as your regular show. So it's like, now you have to go overboard for your pay-per-views, which you should have just saved the shit for your pay-per-view. You should have did like something a little small for your regular everyday thing. Like I said, the shots look amazing. It's just the entrance. The entrance should be scaled down, and it should only be that upscale when we're at the pay-per-view. I don't know what they were thinking, but it's just too much for this every week. Because like once you get desensitized to it and the pay-per-view comes, it's like it's just the same shit.
True.
Yeah.
Kind of miss the tunnels too. That's another thing.
Yeah, the tunnels is another thing. But I mean, they had to evolve, but like this was like not what I thought they want to evolve to. Because like as soon as I sort of said, I was like, that's pay-per-view worthy. That's not every week worthy. They're like, no, this is every week worthy. So like now I want to see what the pay-per-view is going to look like, and if it looks less than this or is exactly the same thing, it just like devalues the whole thing. Like it's like super devalues everything.
Which I think is going to look more or less the same. You know, I think.
I hope he goes all out and goes, you know what, fuck it.
Yeah.
Every pay-per-view is going to look extremely different and have a different look to it, and I'll be like, all right, well then yeah, like this is worth it.
Yeah.
But like right now, it feels like this was too big to be on every week.
Yes.
So we start out AEW with Le Champion, Le Ocho, Chris Jericho, Corazon de Leon.
Oh shit.
Versus Absolute Ricky Starks. This match was good. I just didn't like what happened after the match. Yeah. That's all. Like, this match was good. Ricky won with a spear. But I just didn't like what happened after the match, because after the match was a fucking beatdown on Ricky Starks with the whole JAS. And the whole time I'm waiting, I'm like, okay, somebody's got to come out to save him. Da-da-da-da. Action and ready. He comes out, but they just kill him too. And I'm like, all right, it's 2 on like 90. Come on, like there has to be something. Like somebody please show up. Like they just can't get their asses just murdered like this. Like, nah, we're just gonna murder the shit out of these two.
Exactly.
That bothered me.
No, I didn't like that either.
And then they put Ricky through the fucking table and like he was dead. And it's like, bro, like what the fuck? Like this isn't how he should be celebrating that win. It's like, what the fuck? Like that was absurd to me. That was absurd.
Yeah.
So then we had Hangman come out. And this is one of the things where it's like, bro, okay, this is stupid. Like this is one of the things where it's like you can tell AEW has went down in quality because of the stupidness of this. This was so goddamn stupid because it's like he comes out and says, I'm not cleared. But they say if I don't get hit until next week, I'll be cleared. And if you listen, like this is the funny part, if you listen to Excalibur, he goes, yo, concussions are crazy because it's like a day-to-day thing. You never know what's gonna happen. It's like, bro, like you just gave away the game like this is a work. Like we already fine, but the fact that they're trying to play it up like, oh my god, if he stays clear, he'll be cleared next week. And it's like, that's not how this works.
Nah.
Like everybody knows what concussion protocols is. You have fucking Adam Cole sitting at home from an actual concussion protocol.
I was just about
like,
to bring up Adam. Yeah.
This is what I mean. It's like it's so stupid. It's so stupid.
I didn't like it.
They did it anyway, and like I didn't like it either. There was a lot of people that like kind of revolted against this because they were like, "Yo, we know that he's fine. Like, why are you playing it up like this dumb angle? We know about concussions. Like, this isn't a thing." It was dumb.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that Hangman was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna knock your dick in the dirt," which is such a fighting term for like a country dude.
I tweeted, I was like, excuse me?
And it like I've heard that term like a million times. I just never heard a wrestler say it on TV. That's why I was like, wow, that's actually funny as hell.
I guess he really is a cowboy.
Yeah, he is. So the other funny part about this was the mics was not working. Like the mics wasn't working in this fucking segment, and it was weird. Moxley came out, and Moxley was like, "Yeah, well, next week me and you we're gonna fight, and I want you to keep your little brain better and all this." And this was another thing that was like, it's so stupid. You know the reason why they're fighting?
Did he knock them out?
No, because he made a joke about knocking him out. He was like, "I'm fine with you knocking me out. I was fucking fine with that. But when you made a joke about it, that's when I got pissed." And it's like, fam, that's it? That's it. Not the knockout part, but the fact that he laughed about you getting knocked out. That's what pissed you off. Okay.
What about the whole part that he said in like a segment where like he forgot his son and whatever? Like, what the fuck? That would be like the thing to go to.
Exactly, like that would be something to go to, but like, no, you laughed at me. That's why I'm angry at you and I want to fight you. And it's like, no, like you, like I'd be mad that you knocked me out and disrespected me in front of everybody. You knocked me out, like I'm on the floor because you hit me. No, I gotta whoop your ass. But he's like, no, it's the fact that you laughed. I was cool with that. I was cool with being on the floor and being a little bitch, but you laughed at me being on the floor, so now I'm angry. It's like that should go too. Okay, sure.
Does that make him even more of a bitch?
Yeah, because like I would have been like, "Yo, you knocked me out. We gotta fight. We gotta fight. I was on the floor in front of everybody. You did that. I gotta beat your ass. Yeah. That's a receipt. Not. I'm cool with that. You laughed at me. No, that don't seem right to me. That don't sit right with me." So then we had the tag team title match. This match was fun, but I don't know. It was fun, but it just was, I don't know.
It gave me a mini heart attack towards the end.
Well, explain why it gave you a mini heart attack towards the end.
Okay, you want me to just jump there? Well, fucking Jared and Lethal like seem to have won the titles and all that, but they reversed the decisions, thankfully. So they cheated behind the referee's back and all that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, they cheated behind the referee's back, but as the pin is coming down, Sanjay Dutt knocks Anthony Bowen's leg off of the rope, so the ref didn't see it. In 1, 2, 3, supposedly new tag champs.
Yeah, that scared me.
Like, the funny part was, like, I knew that something was gonna go down. Like, once they did the 1, 2, 3, I'm like, okay, it's either one or two things was gonna happen. Either they were gonna just like let this ride and then have a rematch at like a very quick turnaround, or they just was gonna figure out a way to reverse decision, and that's what they did.
Yeah.
So,
quick question.
Then Anthony Bowens winds up getting. Yep.
Is Audrey Edwards like the lead referee? Like, I'm not sure about that.
No, I'm going to expound on the Aubrey Edwards name further in a few minutes.
Okay, go ahead.
But that, like, yeah, they reversed the decision. The Acclaimed are now tag team champions.
Yeah.
They're like, okay. Right. So then they had the Britt Baker, Jimmy Hayter interview. You take this part.
They did a backstage segment and whatever, and the one, like, I'm gonna be honest, I really wasn't paying attention. The one thing I caught on, that fucking what's her face, Hater was like, "I'm the boss. Take that with what you will."
It was Britt Baker, and
it's Britt that said it?
She said that she's the boss. Yes, and she did the little wink at the camera. Was like, "I'm the boss," and she winked at the camera.
Yeah.
The only cool part about this was they have a shirt that's called "The Killer in the Pillar."
Yeah. That
was the shirt, and I seen it online, and I was like, immediately, I was like, "Oh my god, this shirt looks dope." This was the first time they acknowledged it on TV and made it a thing. And she was like, "She's the killer, and I'm the pillar." And it was like, okay, they said it. They said the line. Like, it's there. It's right there. I was like, I like that. I like that a lot.
They make a fucking tag team division. That would be an awesome name for them.
Yes, the Killer and the Pillar. But yeah, she did the little, like, "I'm the boss," winky face, and it was like, nod to the camera. Got it. All right, cool. Moving on. So then we had Jungle Hook. Jungle Hook is standing there, and they said, "You know what, guys? We're gonna beat your asses. We're gonna fuck you up." And Hook says, that's exactly what Hook said.
Exactly.
So now you brought up Aubrey Edwards because this ties into this next match.
Okay.
6 years ago, when Bryan Danielson retired in his home state of where they were in Seattle, he retired in Seattle. In the front row was a young up-and-coming Aubrey Edwards, who also is from Seattle. So this match was, this is how it started. This is how it's going. They're in Seattle. Aubrey Edwards is from there. She is the hometown girl, and so is Bryan Danielson. That's why Aubrey Edwards was the focal point of the refereeing, because she was from Seattle. And it was like, haha, hometown girl, hometown in front of everybody.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that was a thing. Yes.
I understand now.
So that was a thing. And so another thing about that is, like, there was a thing online where Dave Meltzer tweeted about the tickets. AEW sold more tickets than WWE, and this was a thing. He's like, they sold more tickets coming to this market. They sold out this arena, and like, that shows you where they are in the business. And WrestleTix put out, which is the wrestling ticket site, puts out, no, actually WWE sold 1,000 more than AEW when they first came there, because Dave was comparing when WWE first showed up at Seattle and when AEW showed up in Seattle. It was 9,000 WWE, 8,000 AEW. So Dave rebutted and said, hey, listen, a lot of that WWE stuff was paid, unlike the AEW stuff. So that immediately brought up the question of just like the presidency and just like people always saying, oh, I have more votes than X, or I have more votes than this. And the thing is, because of growing markets, of more people enjoying different things and consuming it, makes more people go out to go see stuff. So that's why AEW, the first time here, has this big of an audience, because it's like more wrestling fans are here to see stuff than it was back when WWE ran that same venue when they were WWF and not the cool WWE.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not a big deal, but it's like people always play semantics because they want to show something that if you dig deep enough, you're like, well, your facts doesn't truly hold up, so I don't understand why you keep just throwing these facts out. So that's why I had to say it, because like there's things there that's like, well, these intrinsic factors does not add up. So here's your full look on this. So that's why I brought that up. But anyway, back to AEW. Bryan beat fucking Tony Nese in like 26 seconds. It was like a nothing match. I don't even know why he had the fucking match. It just was there. And then we got MJF came out because Bryan was cutting a promo about his hometown. He called out MJF. MJF shit on Seattle, talked so much shit about him. Then he said, "You look like a goat. Maybe your mom had sex with a goat." It's like the mom thing. And then like Bryan rebutted with, "Oh, well, I heard your mom was like a whore." He didn't say a whore, but he kind of alluded to her being a whore. And sleeping with everybody in Seattle. And it's like, okay. Then Max says, "You can't just name yourself number one contender." And as soon as he said that, I immediately got pissed. I got so pissed. And you want to know why I got pissed?
Why?
FTR literally has been number one contender for those tag titles for months. And every time somebody be like, "No, I want to challenge." "Okay, I'll accept you. I want to challenge too." "All right, I'll accept you too." We're right here, guys. No. If they ask for it, then they get it. I was like, that makes no fucking sense. This is another thing that made no fucking sense.
Honestly, I'm gonna say you're being nice about that, because FTR been like fucking challengers for like a year, I want to say.
Yeah, and that's what pissed me off. And then like MJF does this thing where like he has been doing this thing that like, if you want to get to me, you have to do all of these fucking challenges. And it's like, okay, like it's so stupid. Like it's just the dumbest shit. So he's like, "All right, Bryan, you have to wrestle these people. You have to wrestle 5 matches by February 8th. And if you do it, then you get the match." And Bryan says, "Okay, well, if that's the thing, I picked a stipulation. Iron Man match." And he's like, okay. And it's like, why are we, like, the thing is, it's like, I want to know, why are we jumping through the hoops and making it look stupid? Like, the match is happening. Yes, we knew the match was happening. Like, they could have did it just like they do any other fucking AEW, like, thing that they do. Instead of, like, dragging this out, they could have just had them do other feuds until we got closer to the pay-per-view and then been like, okay, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, we're gonna drag this feud out because the pay-per-view is in March. We're gonna go from January 5th to March 5th with this whole story. And it's like, we don't really need to do that because like people are already invested. People already want to see Bryan take on MJF. They already really want him to win the title. We already are on this wave, but you're going to oversaturate this by giving us too much of it when we just could have had a little bit of it and been like, you know what? I can digest this. It's annoying. It's very annoying.
And also the problem is this is like an MJF like trope. He did it to Cody. I want to say he did it to Wardlow, and he did it to someone else. Like, I can't remember right now.
Jericho.
Yeah, it was Jericho? Okay, where he put him through like hurdles and all this shit. So it's an MJF thing. I hate it.
Yeah, I hate it, and like it's overdone, and just let it go. Like it's so stupid.
Yeah.
So then we had a Lucha Underground match because Dante Fox fought Killshot. This match was not one of their best matches by far. Like this was not one of their best matches at all. I'm like, dude, like this is okay, not really doing it for me. Like the last 20 seconds of it was like, oh, like he tried to kill him. It was like, okay, cool, but yeah.
I did appreciate the Lucha Underground.
How about I felt about it? I was like, yeah.
I did appreciate the Lucha Underground shout out though that they gave. But other than that, I agree with you.
Yeah. So then we had Saraya with Toni Storm and Hikaru Shida. Take it away. What happened?
Basically, fucking Saraya, I almost called her Paige. Long story short, picked her partner, and guess what? It's Toni Storm. Shida was pissed. Shida was pissed.
Yes, he was.
Like, do you foresee a heel turn here?
I saw the Ass Boys coming out with FTR Rest in Peace.
Okay.
And this was so stupid. Like, this was so stupid because, like, I don't know what it is about the Ass Boys. They're just not it for me. Like, nothing they do makes me go, oh, you know what? I could kind of get behind them eventually. They just look... The bad part is, like, it's not even them wrestling. It's like they're just complete dickholes. And it's not like the good dickholes where you're just like, oh, this guy's, like, kind of cool. They look like dickholes. They look like the weirdo kids that bully you in high school and, like, all of the movies. And it's like, why? Like, why? And, like, it's like you look like a nerd also, but you're bullying people. It's like, why? Like this, I swear to God, like in every high school movie, it's like these looking guys, and it's like, but why? Like, why? You look like a nerd yourself. Like, why are you bullying people? Like, it is so, yeah, get out of my ring, dumbass. And it's like, bro, and also you don't look as smart as anybody else. What is wrong with you? It's just like, they just look bad. They look bad, they act bad, and like they don't, and I don't mean like fun bad. I mean just like, I want to turn a channel bad. It's just bad.
I guarantee they were younger. They were bullies.
They probably were, and like that's why they're total crap now. It's like, ugh. So then they play FTR's music, and FTR is not in the fucking country. And they're like, oh, they're coming out. We got you guys. And it's like, who really thought that they were there?
Apparently the crowd, because they popped.
This was so. Because, like, it was unexpected when the music hit. And, like, as soon as the music hit, the first thing I was like, they're not even fucking here. What are you doing? It was so bad.
Even I knew that.
So then, yeah. So then we had Jade Cargill and Red Velvet versus friend of the show, Sky Blue and Kara Hogan. This was fucking crazy. This was fucking crazy. And I don't mean crazy in the good way. Once again, this was crazy in a bad way. Because they're having a tag team match. All of a sudden, Jade knocks out Kara Hogan. She goes over to Red Velvet, was like, yo, tag me. You can get the win. Red Velvet's like, fuck you. And just leaves her. She was like, what the fuck are you doing? She leaves her in there 2-on-1. Now, a normal human being, you're like, 2-on-1, Jade's gonna have her first loss. No, Jade decimated everybody. And Jade winds up pinning Sky Blue. And then they say Sky Blue's gonna take on Jade Cargill for the TBS title.
How the fuck did that happen?
That don't make any fucking... I don't know. That didn't make no sense. I was so baffled.
I'm hoping they hold off on Red Velvet till 50.
No. I don't want that. I want Red Velvet to just get murdered and we just have this show on. Like, that's it.
Okay.
That's it. I don't want her to be fit. No. But that was crazy. Then we had Double J Lethal say, yo, haha, we're gonna take on the tag champs in a no holds barred match. And I was like, okay, well, whatever.
This is gonna happen on Rampage, I think.
No, it's on Battle of the Belts.
Oh.
So then we get Darby Allin in his hometown. And Darby is there. He gets a tremendous pop because it's his hometown. He goes out and he hugs Nick Wayne, who is the up-and-coming prospect of AEW. And as he's doing that, Joe comes out. And Joe just knocks out fucking Darby Allin and pushes Nick Wayne. So the match is on. This match was insane because Darby got fucked up so bad. That one move where he Yorinagi'd him on the steps, bro, I thought he was dead. I thought he was dead.
Me too. I thought he either was dead or like he broke his back. One of the other.
Oh yeah, he fucking murdered this. He murdered the shit out of him.
Yeah.
So the match is going, and this is what, like, I knew it was over when they put the camera right into the corner and Joe ripped off the turnbuckle. I was like, oh, that's how Joe loses. Right there. And that was the move. Joe hits the turnbuckle. Supposed turnbuckle gets woozy. Darby takes him down. 2 coffin drops. 1, 2, 3. The place exploded.
Feel good moment, I guess.
How do you feel about it?
I'm indifferent.
It was a real feel good moment. Okay, why are you indifferent? Speak on it.
I don't know. I just didn't care. Like, I'm not upset. I'm not happy about it. I don't care.
Are you not happy that Darby won, or are you just like not happy at all?
No, I just don't care. I guess because like I kind of knew it was gonna happen, you know. So like I'm not surprised. So it's like, okay, good for you. Thing came out and hugged him or whatever.
Like the thing
that right there made me think like he's hugging him like he's his father.
No, see, the thing is, like, the only thing that I didn't like about the Darby win was it completely shits on Wardlow now. Like, people don't understand how, like, this, like, fucking makes other shit look bad, because Wardlow should have been the guy who's going after Joe, just gets, like, totally knocked out of the whole conversation. Like, no, fuck you, Darby wins. And it's like, that, like, what? Like, it just makes, like, it's nothing against Darby. It's all against, you made Wardlow look completely weak. He can't even get his revenge on him. Just like, now what? And it's just like, dog, you just ran that whole thing into the ground. Like, everything about Wardlow just got ran into the ground. It's like, okay, that's dumb.
Yeah, it's bad.
Like, they built up Darby on they built up Darby on like a week's notice, and it's like, okay, cool. Darby was gonna go against him. It's his hometown. It's like, yeah, I kind of felt like Wardlow should have been the guy to just like dethrone Samoa Joe, especially after last week getting his ponytail cut off. It's like, yeah, no, you need to get your revenge. Like, and your revenge is taking the title or costing him the title so you two can have a big match and blow this off. And it's like, nah, we're just gonna fucking give it to Darby and that's it. And it's like, so you just cut the content over there for this feel-good moment. And it's like I said, it's nothing against the feel-good moment, but you cut the content for this feel-good moment. And
like, I was gonna say,
like,
if he were to come out in this match and like interfere, that would salvage it a little bit.
yes, and like none of that happened. So like, it's like, all right, whatever.
The only other way to salvage like Wardlow against Joe would be he takes the Ring of Honor TV title from him.
No. To be honest, I don't even care about that because like you lost to Darby. Like you was supposed to look invincible to Wardlow Beach. You lost to Darby, so it doesn't matter now. Like to me, it's like I don't even give a shit if they even like give him the title. It's like I don't care. You lost to Darby. You lost to an inferior athlete to what Wardlow is. Like in the mind of just like a regular person, you lost to an inferior athlete. So why do I care that Wardlow's going after you? You lost to somebody way less than Wardlow. He can destroy you. Who cares? Like it's like you see how that feels. It's like there's no reasoning for it now. It's just, like I said, it cut the content. It just was so bad. And like after the match, Darby celebrated and he basically told Nick Wayne, he was like, yo, I've been watching you since you were younger. Like we've been training together and like you're going to be a future star. And he was like, in 6 months, how about you challenge me for the title? Because in 6 months, Nick Wayne graduates from high school, which makes him legal to be in AEW. So, I mean, it's not going to happen because Darby had probably not had a title by then, but like, as far as a feud later on down the line, perfect. It's like perfectly laid out. So that's a little cute thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was Dynamite. So Dynamite was over. So yeah, now let's get into something way better. So, before I get into this part, I have to issue an apology. I have to issue an apology, and I have to issue a big apology to the crew. I have to apologize to the crew because you guys, I thought you guys were going to be you guys, as always you guys are, but you guys were actually pretty good. You guys were actually pretty good, and you guys even pointed out some stuff that I'm going to point out later on when we talk about this show. And you guys were good. I have to commend you on it. Congratulations, you guys were good. And you actually affected a lot of stuff, and I'm going to talk about that also. But you guys are good, and I apologize because you were on your best behavior, being nice. Even though I got caught up by one of my mutuals for saying the stuff I said on the podcast, definitely called me out. Was like, I'm an asshole for that, so I respectfully apologize. I apologize. So yeah, you guys were good. So we're going to get into Wrestle Kingdom. So Wrestle Kingdom started with two young lions wrestling, and Ryu, I forgot how to say his name. He's not important yet, so he got his first win at the pre-show. So then we had the Rambo, as always, which is basically a battle royal thing. And the last four people would go on to the next day at New Year's Dash to wrestle for the KOPW title. It winded up going down to the last four, which was Sho from the House of Torture, Shingo, Great O'Corn, and Yano, who's always in the mix. So that was normal. And it was funny because like I saw the funny part was like I saw a lot of people who were like completely new to New Japan going like, oh, what the fuck is this? Like, why is it this way? Because this was the pre-show before the actual show. So people were like kind of like, oh, this is kind of okay. And this is where I saw comments that made me go, I know this stuff to be true, but to see people from the crew and like people who are just like tuning into New Japan for the first time say this stuff made me laugh so hard, even though there was a botch at the end of this match, because it was Yuji Nagata, Satoshi Kojima, and Makabe versus Tatsumi Fujinami, Minoru Suzuki, and Tiger Mask. These are all older wrestlers. They were wrestling. I literally seen 5 tweets that says, Ric Flair should be ashamed of himself. These men are older than him and putting on a fucking banger. And I'm just like, I know this. I fucking know this. This is something I've always known. You didn't have to point this out to Ric Flair. We know that it was bad. And
please tell me they didn't tag him.
Fucking relentless. They didn't tag him, but they were fucking relentless. They didn't do it, but it was fucking relentless. And I was just like, and that's what made it funny, because it was like, these people are seeing New Japan for the very first time, and they're just like having this reaction. And it's like, I love stuff like this, because it's like, yes, like this is my home base. This is what I love. And like people are just like enjoying it, going, yeah, like that other shit is crazy. So at that moment was like when I started to realize, like, there's a lot of people watching this. And like I said, there was a lot of my mutuals watching it. They were mainly watching it for Sasha, and a bunch of other people were watching. I'm like, there's a lot of people. And throughout the night, it's like always like a family reunion for me on Twitter when Wrestle Kingdom happens, because no matter what happens, every time I log on to Twitter during Wrestle Kingdom, it's like a family reunion, because I see people that I haven't seen in years that don't tweet about shit to just start tweeting about fucking Wrestle Kingdom. It's like, oh shit, you're back. And another thing, and it's about me, I tweet the most during Wrestle Kingdom, and I always blow the fuck up during Wrestle Kingdom, because people are like, oh shit, that's a good point. Oh shit, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, and it's like, no other time during a wrestling calendar year does anything happen on my fucking account. Just when Wrestle Kingdom. It is insane, because like I seen one of my friends from like years ago, she popped up and was like, oh shit, Naito, like why is he wearing a shirt? Like this pisses me off. And I'm like, dude, like you haven't tweeted in years. Where have you been? It just, like I said, it's like a fucking family reunion during Wrestle Kingdom, because everybody that are like super hardcore wakes the fuck up and is like, oh, wrestling again. Like, yep, that's how it felt. So back to the show, because the show finally starts with the tag team, the junior tag team match. Immediately, this is TJP, Francisco Akira, and I see like 3 girls just like melt when they see Francisco Akira, and I'm like, he's not even the hottest dude there. Like, why did you melt? And like, it was funny. Versus Yo and Lio Rush. So the match is going, and so Francisco Akira and TJP do a tag team move to Lio Rush on the outside, right on the fucking rampway. Bam! Lio Rush is busted the fuck open. I don't mean just like a little bit. He is fucking leaking. His face is covered in blood, and it's like, oh my god. So the rest of the match is going, and Lio Rush goes for like his move, the Rush Hour, where he bounces off the ropes. He was so bloody that he missed it the first try, and it was like, oh shit. He finally gets it, but they still wound up losing, and TJP, Francisco Akira, still keep the junior tag team titles. I was like, okay, like, I didn't expect that. I thought Lio Rush and Yo were gonna win because they won Junior Tag League. I'm like, all right, they were gonna win, but they didn't. So that was something different. So then here we got the match: Kari versus Tom Nakano. The only complaint about this match was it was 5 minutes. It was literally 5 minutes. It felt like a high-speed title match, which is like a really fast match in Stardom. And like the title is like, I think it could be like 15 to 10 minutes. I don't really know, because it rarely goes to the time limit, but it's like a really fast match, a really fast-paced match for a title, and that usually happens. So when this match happened and it was like Kari versus Tom, which is like a big match, and it was like 5 minutes, everybody was like, why? Like, why did they do a 5-minute match? Like, usually Stardom matches are longer and it's like more beef to it, but like, it just was 5 minutes. Like, some of us kind of figured why that was because of like the post match, but it was like they could have did more for them. But anyway, Kari wins. She's standing there with the title. Lights go out. You hear the laugh. Mercedes Moné shows up. Everybody just goes, huh? And it's just like one of those moments. She came out. The funny part, she was basically dressed to wrestle, and I thought she was gonna do like a random thing where she was just gonna wrestle her for the title, which is like different. And I was like, they could have did that, but they didn't. So Mercedes hits Kari with one of her new finishers, and it was botched. Here's the reason it was botched: because Kari thought that the move, she was supposed to land on her knees. If Kari would have just landed flat, it would have been a DDT, would have been like bam, bam, and it would have looked different. But Kari like landed on her knees, and she had to like sell it like, oh god, and it looked kind of a little messed up, and like the purists were like, oh my god, she botched that, and it was like, dog, it's fine, like it was just a thing. So Mercedes said she's the CEO of the New Japan Women's Division, and she basically says, I'm going to challenge you in Battle of the Valley, February 16th. So immediately she says that. So as she says that, every member in the crew that has expendable money decided to go buy tickets. Now here's the thing, right? Mm-hmm. They were nowhere close to sell out. They were nowhere close to sell out. They had probably about 1,400, probably like a little bit more than like 2,000 tickets still left that like they were not even close to selling out. Dude, once Mercedes said that she would be wrestling Kari for that title, complete sellout. The fucking crew sold out in fucking hours. It was like, bruh, like, that's power. Like, that's fucking power. You went from not even close to selling out to as soon as she said she's on that show, complete sellout. That's power. That's fucking power.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's awesome.
So the thing about that that ties into AEW kind of is Toni Storm may be the partner, but that doesn't rule out Mercedes showing up in AEW. Here's the thing, right? Mm-hmm. There's no way in hell Mercedes is going to wrestle in AEW first. Wrestle there first, because even Mercedes said after her promo, she said, New Japan, you're lucky that you have me first in my world tour. Because she said that, in the way that New Japan does things, there's no way that they would let her wrestle on AEW television, because they want her first match in the States to be at Battle in the Valley. So that is completely like set in stone. So her coming out next week, it still could be a thing. She could still come out. As far as her wrestling in AEW, I wouldn't say that she can wrestle in AEW till after Battle of the Valley. Now, also, there's been talks already from a lot of people, Meltzer included, saying he doesn't think that Mercedes is going to sign the AEW because he doesn't think she wants to be committed. Now, I'm going to give you my honest take. For once, I agree with him, even though it doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't make any fucking sense, but I agree with him. Here's why I agree with him. Because if she's been paying attention to everything that AEW has done, when they go to fucking AAA got mad at them because they didn't let their talent come over when they needed them to wrestle for the belts. That's why they stripped all the champions off of, like, give us back our titles, fuck you. Because AEW wouldn't play ball with AAA. Now, Mercedes wants to go around the fucking world and wrestle everywhere. So her wrestling in AAA would be hampered by being tied down to AEW. If she's free, she can do whatever she wants. So she can wrestle on a per date in AEW, like, yo, I can wrestle here, I can wrestle here, without signing that contract of saying I'm tied in for 3 years. AEW wants her to sign in for 3 years. Also, people in WWE, especially some of the higher ups, are like, yeah, she's coming back, so we have no problem with her doing any of this. Like, the door is, like, not completely open, but, like, she actually expressed interest in coming back, but after she's done whatever she's doing. And it's like, so basically she's saying she's going back to WWE, so her signing to AEW wouldn't make sense if she's going back to WWE eventually. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I kind of agree with. I do think she might wrestle once or twice in AEW, but they would just be per dates and not Mercedes Moné is now All Elite. No, I think she's just going to do a couple of per dates, and she's going to do all of her freelance work in America because she signed to New Japan / Stardom. So that's my take on that.
Okay.
And also, if you look at her Instagram, she has New Japan / Stardom, Mercedes Moné, and WWE hashtag Sasha Banks, which means she's two different people in two different companies. And I know people are like, well, maybe she can. I was thinking that until earlier today when she got moved from the active roster as Sasha Banks to an alum now. Somebody made a joke, was like, hey, but what if they moved her here because she's going to debut as Mercedes Moné? And it's like, I mean, it could happen because it has happened before. They moved like a character over and then like change the character completely. Like that could happen, but I don't think that's happening because like I said, she said she's going on a world tour. She's going to do her world tour and then she's going to get back to locked into whatever the fuck she's going to get locked into. So you can rule out her being officially signed to a company anytime soon. And I know people will be like, well, if she shows up next week, that means she signed. No, it doesn't mean she signed. When she signed, you will know it because Tony Khan will tweet out, she's All Elite. If she just does a run in and just be like, oh my God, she's here. Wait, that's from Stardom, New Japan. She's here. And it's like, that means she's not signed. She's not signed, so don't go there. So like, yeah, we don't know. And also another thing that like actually made me like say something even weirder, like Bayley, Naomi, they were all there at Wrestle Kingdom to support Mercedes. But in a tweet earlier today, Kari tweeted a picture of Bayley and Io and Dakota, and under it she wrote, crossover? And it's like, dude, you're not wrestling at the Rumble. You literally have a commitment. That's why we took you out of the Rumble. But if there's a crossover and you're teasing it, because that's how her and Mercedes started with her teasing this. If these doors are starting to get opened somehow behind the scenes, I don't know what to call that.
No doors.
Yeah. So, yes. So moving on to the next match, we had FTR versus Bishamon, which is Yoshihashi and Goto, which once again, I have to just praise the fucking Yoshihashi, who was a fucking running joke. We actually referred to him as a bag of socks. He fucking came down to save Okada once and fell, busted his fucking head and got a goddamn concussion. He was a fucking joke. When the pandemic hit, he turned his life around and became a fucking awesome wrestler. So now he has another big moment with him and Goto beating FTR for the tag titles. And people automatically started going, yeah, I think FTR is done with AEW. I'm like, yeah, they already said they were done, but this is what's going on. I agree. So then we had Zack versus Ren Narita for the television title. I thought Ren Narita was going to win this. Zack pulled out a win, and it was like 1, 2, 3, Zack wins. So Zack's in the ring. Zack was part of Suzuki Gun. Suzuki Gun is disbanded. I'm going to talk about that in a few minutes, but they're completely disbanded. And then here comes TMDK, and they come in the ring and they look at Zack, and they're like, here's a shirt. So Zack grabs the shirt. Zack gets ready to throw it, and everybody's like, oh, he's throwing a shirt. But Zack is like, nah, fuck it. And he puts on the TMDK shirt. So Zack is now part of TMDK in New Japan. He was part of TMDK in Noah, but now it's official in New Japan, which, as I'm going to talk about later, they're starting a new TMDK faction in New Japan. And I think Zack is going to be the lead. So that's the thing. So then we had the crossover match. Carl Anderson versus Tama Tonga. This match was okay, but the finish fucking sucked. Because once again, it was a botched finish. Because Tama Tonga is going for the gun stun. Carl Anderson fucking botches it. Bam! And it was so bad that Kevin Kelly was like, "Gunno!" Because he thought that they were going to redo it, but Carl Anderson just laid there and Tama pinned him 1, 2, 3. So Tama's now the new never overweight champion. And after that, Carl Anderson and Tama Tonga had like a beautiful, friendly embrace. It was like, yo, I love you, brother. I love you too. And then Carl Anderson went back to WWE. That's it. So then we had the Kenji Muto retirement match in New Japan because it's Kenji Muto, Tanahashi, Shota Umino versus Naito, Sanada, and Bushi. And so Shota Umino gets the win, gets the 1, 2, 3. This is how you know that Muta just like gives no fucks about anybody but himself. Shota Umino is going for the pin. Muta just says, fuck this shit, walks out of the fucking ring and starts walking up the ramp. And you're like, dude, you're still in the match. Like, it's 1, 2, 3, Shota gets the win. Muta's like, nah, fuck this, I'm out. I was like, Doug, you are very selfish. You're very selfish, old man. Because bringing it back to, since we haven't talked about it yet, the New Year's match with him versus Nakamura. Once again, this is for a lot of people who haven't seen Nakamura, the Nakamura from New Japan. This was their first time to see Nakamura, the King Nakamura. He came out with one of the fucking best entrances. His WWE theme, the violinist, like, I forgot his name, the black violinist guy that was with him in WWE, did the violin thing. It was fucking magical. I just seen everybody go, oh my God, why can't we have this Nakamura in WWE? Like, oh my God, Nakamura is so cool. And it's like, yeah, no, this is the Nakamura that I know, that I love. This is him. Like, he had the match with Muta, and so the finish was Nakamura sucked out Muta's poison mist, spit it in Muta's face. Muta got discombobulated. Nakamura hit the Boomaye, and 1, 2, 3, Nakamura pinned Muta. Now, it was funny because people were like, oh, this was from this, but it was from a long time ago when Muta had a match in All Japan, and somebody did the same exact thing, and that's where they got it from. So yeah, so that was a thing. So yeah, that happened. So now back to New Japan and the Wrestle Kingdom. Then we had the 4-way for the junior heavyweight title. Ishimori versus Despy versus Master Wato versus Hiromu. This match was so good And halfway through the match, everybody started getting behind Master Wato. They wanted Wato to win. Every time he kept getting closer and closer and closer, and they wanted him to win. They wanted him to win. And at the end, Hiromu beat him. And it was like, dog, like this was his moment. They even likened it to fucking Kofi Mania. They was like, this is it. This is it. This is his moment. This is his moment. It should be his moment. They didn't give him his moment. And I was baffled because I'm like, they should have just gave him his moment. Even I predicted they were going to give him his moment. They didn't. I guess he got to work for it, but it should have been his moment. It really should have been his moment. So then we had the match of the night, which I'm actually mad to this match of the night because I feel a way that this was more talked about than the world title match. But this match was actually worth it. It was Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay. This match was fucking phenomenal. It was fucking phenomenal. This shit, it just went off the rails immediately. They were trying to kill each other at the very beginning, and it just got worse and worse and worse. The fucking turnbuckle pad came off. Fucking Kenny had Will Ospreay up and DDT'd him, straight DDT'd him down on the fucking buckle. He did this before to Naito, but this time it was an exposed turnbuckle, and he did it to Will Ospreay. Will was busted open and was bleeding everywhere. So Kenny grabbed the fucking Japanese table. He was like, no, bitch, I'm going to get you. He started bucking him up. So Will countered, put the table on Kenny, and did the fucking double stomp, broke a hole through the table. It was like, okay, that's crazy. Kenny got up and was like, no, bitch, I'm going to pay you back. Kenny just started ramming Will's head through that fucking table until it broke through the rest of the table. And it was like, okay, you need to stop. This is getting out of hand. They just kept upping it. And they just kept going harder and harder. And it's like, okay, this is crazy. And at the end, Kenny ended it with a Kamagoye, which is Ibushi's move. 1, 2, 3. Kenny is now the new U.S. champion. And after the match, like, you can tell that they're going to set up for a second match between Ospreay and Kenny. Don't know where. I hope it's in Japan because this was fucking awesome. But after the match, Kenny tweets out something, and Ibushi was like, will you wait for me? And Kenny tweeted back, I'll wait forever for you. It's like, okay, no one knows what this means. Like, they always say some weird shit, and you're like, what does this mean? Like, they never explain it. They always do this. They tweet some fucking vague shit to each other, and you're like, okay, they're interacting, but what does it mean? Does this mean anything? And we never get an answer. We're still waiting for an answer. Like, there's shit that they tweeted about years ago, and like, there's no answer. Like, I need an answer. Like we're all sitting there. Everybody that knows the Golden Lover story is sitting there waiting for an answer, and we're like, so what does this mean anything? Like, you did his finishing move, and you said you wait forever, but what? Like, no one knows. Like, it's just so annoying. It's so annoying.
I'm probably never gonna get an answer.
I want an answer. We need a fucking answer. So then we go to the main event. Jay White versus Okada for the world title, which is the main event because it should be the main event. It was very hard to follow the Kenny Ospreay match, but they followed it, but it wasn't like, oh, they followed it because they blew it out the water. They just followed it because it was really good. And fucking Jay White loses. But there's something fun about it that made it fun. Because Jay White, after he lost, was just on the breaking point. He was so broken. And you're like, okay, Jay, you're done. Even Red Shoes was trying to get the title back, was like, okay, Jay, you're done. Jay, you're done. And Jay kept grabbing at the title, and Okada grabs the title from him, and Okada's standing there, and Jay White pulls himself up on Okada, and Okada's like, what the fuck are you doing? And he pulls himself up to him, and he puts his hand on his shoulder, and he says, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And Jay White just falls to the ground and just slinks away in tears. It's like, and it's one of those moments where you're like, you can see the growth in him. Like, okay, he's having a realization that he's not the best and Okada is the best. And you just have that realization, but you're like, but you know, it's Jay. Jay's going to always turn back to Jay. And in the post-match comments, he turns right back into Jay. And I'm going to get more into what kind of Jay turned into at the next night on New Year's Dash. Because New Year's Dash is like the WrestleMania the Raw after WrestleMania. And it's like everything can happen. And I swear to God, this was one of the shows where I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Like, it literally was one of those, what the fuck just happened? So, I forgot to say that after Okada won, Shingo challenged Okada. So, that's the next big title match for Okada. So, the New Year's Dash started out with House of Torture beating up Ren Narita, Tiger Mask, and Homa. So, after the match, they're just beating the shit out of Ren Narita. And all of a fucking sudden, here comes fucking Suzuki. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, you're not even supposed to be here. What the fuck are you doing here? Suzuki just came and saves Ren Narita. And it's like, wait, Ren Narita is a young boy. Why the fuck did you just save a young boy? What? Like, you hate young boys. So he saved Ren Narita, but also Desperado came down. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? So they just walked off with Ren Narita, and it's like, what's going on? I'm like, I thought Suzuki Gun was dead. And then even further in that story, the next thing was we see Taichi, Kanemaru, and Doki, who were part of Suzuki Gun, come out with Taka, and Taka says, we're no longer Suzuki Gun. We're just 4 guys. And it's like, what? Why don't you just be... What? This makes no fucking sense. It made no fucking sense. And now they're a fucking team. Like, they got the win over, like, the United Empire to set up their matches later on. And then you had Zack Sabre Jr. and TMDK. TMDK pinned the tag team champions, so now they're getting a title shot. But the thing after that was the young boy that Zack used to get over on the House of Torture, Zack actually gave him a TMDK shirt. So now he's in TMDK. But it was so funny because he grabs the young boy and said, You're in my stable. I'm your John Moxley. And he walks off with the young boy. But the other young boy that he also had was standing there was like, what about me? It was actually fucking hilarious. So then we had Shota Umino, and he's beefing with Naito. So the match goes on, but Yo gets the win, and Yo basically tells Hiromu, me and you for the title. Then we had fucking Tamatanga, Hikuleo, and Tanahashi versus Jay White, Ishimori, and Kenta. Dude, after this match, Jay White's team lost, but after this match, Jay beat the shit out of Hikuleo, and he said, yo, me versus you, loser leaves Japan. And it has everybody in an uproar that Jay's gonna fucking leave New Japan. I'm like, that's not how that works. Jay signed for a long time, but I feel like everybody's gonna think that Jay's gonna lose. Like, the thing is, everybody knows that it feels like Hikuleo should lose, but everybody still feels like Jay's gonna lose. I'm like, I don't think Jay's gonna lose. I think Hikuleo's gone.
Yeah.
So then we have Shingo wins the 4-way, so now he's the KOPW champion. And then we have the fucking weirdest fucking combination. We go to the main event. Like, this whole entire thing was just a fucking, you don't know what the fuck is happening. And we get to the main event, the United Empire, which is Jeff Cobb and Hanari come out. So you're like, okay, well, who the fuck are they facing? And Kenny Omega's music hits. And you're like, the fuck? Like, Kenny, you're still here? So, and they're like, this is a tag team match. Okay, but who the fuck is Kenny's partner? Okada? The fuck? So Kenny and Okada teamed up as a tag team, which they have a team name called Dark Reign. And I'm just like, how the fuck do you cool ass team name? You just I was so lost. I literally in New Japan, like everybody in the team just like literally was like, what? Like how what? What? That's literally what everybody was saying because it was just so fucking shocking. And it was like, what? We were so baffled. Kenny and Okada won the match, but we literally just like, what? It was crazy. But yeah, that's my New Japan reporting. So now back to the States and back to NXT. So NXT starts off with a Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's, guys. And it's like, okay, yeah. So the first match we have is Melo versus Apollo. This match was good.
Yeah.
As Booker T would say, hey, it was good. I was like, listen, I was kind of baffled because I was like, like part of me was like, I think Apollo should win, but like the whole thing of Melo going for the title is like starting right here. It's like, so yeah, he had to win, but like halfway through, I was like, yeah, I wouldn't be mad if Apollo won.
Yeah.
And then like it led to Axiom showing up.
And that led right into his match with Trick.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Which like I like that because like it was seamless. It went right from match to match.
That was perfect.
And then after the match, it looked like they're gonna tag team match. Yeah.
They should have. Shit.
But yeah, they're gonna have a tag team match. Oh yeah. They will. So then we had something that I didn't know I wanted. Want to know what that is?
What is it?
The New Day versus the Grizzled Young Vets.
How about that?
Yes.
I agree.
Because now it has Kofi versus Joe Gacy? Yeah, his name is Joe Gacy.
Yeah, with Joe Gacy.
So then we see the lost tapes of Dominant Dijakovic versus how he tried to kill two-stack dimes Lorenzo Tate. I'm like, okay. I mean, I didn't care. I this was like a skippable moment. Skippable moment. So they had a match, and it was like, okay. And speaking of skippable moments, which wasn't a skippable moment, your fault. I blame you for this.
What's my fault now? Everything's my damn fault.
Drew versus Andre Chase?
Okay, I'm gonna leave now. Goodbye.
No. You did this.
Okay.
So how do you feel about that?
It's like I've been saying, like it seems like it's gonna be a rival school type of thing. Like I don't know why. It's something about what's his name? Regal's kid. Like I think he's gonna join what you call it, Drew. At the end.
Duh.
Yeah.
So then we have, I forgot to tell you that Dijak beats Stacks. So Dijak beats Stacks. Then we have Oro Mensa. And he's like, hey, I'm cool. And then we have Javier with the big body Javi for this album. Yeah. I didn't like it at all.
At least Oro was in the fucking building, though.
Yeah, and he wasn't talking about quitting again.
Right?
So then we got Toxic Extraction. And it went to complete fucking hell. Complete fucking hell. Because every fucking woman in a goddamn locker room just started fighting. And they're fighting for a number one contendership. And they're just fighting. And then we see Isla Dawn and fucking Alba Fire go fight somewhere. And they just keep fighting because their match is next. And everybody's fighting. And like, what the fuck is happening? It was so goddamn chaotic.
I did like the Isla Dawn and Alba Fire like part though, because they started the match right there. If you really think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the match went on all the way to the outside, all the way to the parking lot, all the way back into the building. And there was a fucking spot there that, like, if you look at it, I think it was set up for a good reason, because Alba Fire puts Isla Dawn on the table. Alba Fire jumps on Isla. Bam! And the table doesn't break. And the funny part about it is, like, you're like, oh, the table just didn't break because the table didn't break. If you look at Isla Dawn, she's making these eyes like, ha 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 ha. And it's like, you think, oh, she's just bracing. To me, it's like, oh, she put a magical spell on the table. That's why it didn't break. Because as soon as Alba Fire got up, she put her right through the table. And I was like, did she put a spell on the table?
She was smiling the whole time too, so I think so.
Yeah, it could have been. So then we had Grayson Waller Effect say, later on, instead of me and you, Braun, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna talk, because I'm cool and you're not. Haha. Okay, whatever, dude. Who cares? So we get Indusher and Creed brothers saying that they're gonna fight each other eventually. All right, cool. Who cares? Then we get Javier versus Renzo Oromenso. I don't know why I fucked his name up immediately. But the funny part is, like, I thought Javi was gonna win that match, but he fucking loses.
Technically, this was treated as Oru's fucking debut, even though he's been there before. So
his Riri debut.
Yeah.
So then we get a backstage thing with Broke Money, and Broke Money is tough. And all of a sudden, Kiana James comes up. And she's like, "Listen, I ain't got no beef with you. I did want to help you. I'm gonna give you the money. The bar is yours. But okay, I'm gonna leave. Also, Brooks, text me." And he's like, "I sure will." And the two of them was like, "What the? Wait, what? Yeah."
I'm surprised you didn't blame me for this.
No. Because they didn't turn on him yet. So
it's getting there.
That's why I'm not blaming you. It's getting there. So then we had this was so fucking weird. Somebody spying on the tag team champions. Like, it's creepy a little bit. No, I don't like it. So then we had Drew versus Andre. Drew beats Andre, but he holds on to the choke for a little bit too long. And Hank's like, Mr. Drew, stop. You're going to kill him. He goes, I just was showing you what you need to do. He's like, I know, but it was too hard. Don't do it. It's like, okay, Hank. Okay.
The funny part in the first lesson, Drew had told him not to put it on too long. In the same breath, like maybe like 5 minutes later, he did it anyway.
Mm-hmm. So then we get Wesley, and Wesley is saying, all right, Dijak is going to face Tony D'Angelo next week. And I think I'm going to have a front row seat because whoever wins is going to get a shot at me. Ha-ha! And I'm like, wasn't that already the schedule plan? Like, the fuck? Like, am I wrong? Like, I thought that was a plan.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck? So then we get in the back and we see Charlie Dempsey basically come up to Drew and be like, yo, I think I want to be part of your school, but I also hate you. Okay. So then we get Kofi versus Joe Gacy. Booker's on commentary with Xavier Woods, hating on Xavier Woods for no reason. I'm like, the fuck? Like, you just hate the New Day because they got more championships than you. Shut up.
Pretty much.
And it sets up their title match. And then we find out that there's going to be a gauntlet match next week, and Pretty Deadly has to win it to become number one contenders. I was like, okay, well, that's a thing. And we also get a Tiffany Stratton promo, because Tiffany Stratton is going to debut next week, which it looks like Tiffany Stratton probably is Tiffany Stratton. I would be surprised if it's not Tiffany Stratton.
I hope it's not.
I do too. So then we get to the main event. The Grayson Waller effect. So Grayson is trying to bait Braun because he knows that Braun has a weakness with his emotions. He's trying to bite him, but he winds up getting baited because Braun makes him get angry, and he winds up getting attacked by Braun because he's a dumbass. So yeah, that happened. So yeah, that was the end of NXT, and I was like, okay. That was okay. That's all I can say. That was okay.
I mean, I really enjoyed the Gacy and Kofi match, though. Like, it surprised me. So.
Yeah, but because the funny part is, like, everybody, no matter what happens, they totally forget that Joe Gacy can wrestle.
Yeah.
Like, even I do. Be like, yeah, I don't remember this guy being able to wrestle, but he can totally fucking wrestle.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, like that was NXT. Now it's time to go to Monday Night Raw. So before we get to Raw, as we're recording this, news still breaks. News keeps breaking, and it always breaks. So Hikuleo, like I said, Hikuleo is having a match with Jay White, and loser leaves Japan. And like I said, people kept saying, "Oh, it's gonna be Jay that might lose." And like I said, it's going to feel like it's Hikuleo. Well, here's the new stat that actually lends credence to everything that I originally thought. Hikuleo is being looked at by WWE. WWE wants Hikuleo. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Like, so that just makes credence to the whole loser leaves Japan thing. It's like, yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah, that works.
So, more WWE news. If you don't know by now, you probably will, that Vince is doing Vince things. Holy fucking shit, this is insane, bro. This is fucking insane because it's like, really, there's no way to stop this. Like, there's no way to stop this at all. But at the same time, it's like, you don't know what's real and what's fake in this situation. Because on one hand, it's something that like totally could work and it might work, but at the same time, you feel like it's him. He'll never stop. Because, okay, here's the thing. Vince, controlling shares, owns the most shares of WWE. Boom, which means he can do whatever the fuck he wants. So he says, listen, this is a very pivotal time in WWE. We're about to renegotiate our contracts for television rights, and I think this is the perfect time to sell. And it's like, okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes total sense. But I want to be fully involved with the sale of this. And it's like, okay, no, that makes perfect also sense too. Because it's like, this is your baby. You can be control of the sale. Who cares? Like, let's sell the company. Let's get rid of it. All right, cool. And then in the same breath, he goes, well, I'm going to bring back Maria, whatever her name is, and George Barrios, and I'm going to put them in a seat of power so I can get my controlling interest back in the company. And they're like, wait, no, you just said you wanted to sell the company, so why are you trying to get back in this? I think it would be better for the stocks and better presentation for people when we sell them. It's like, no, that's wrong. That's the wrong thing to do. And it's like, well, I'm going to go ahead with it anyway. And it's like, that's the wrong thing to do. And the stocks did jump up when he made this weird announcement. And it's like, he's going to look at this and be like, see, they want me back. And it's like, no, the stocks were already going to go up. Like, this is not a thing. Please stop. Because everybody, even like people in WWE, feel as though he's going to use this to weasel his way back into doing everything that he used to do, like running creative and doing everything and being hands-on control and like tighten his grip back on WWE like he used to. That's what everybody feels like is going to happen. Like Triple H, Stephanie, Nick Khan, they don't want this. They're like, the way that we have surged everything since you've been gone, nah, we don't want that at all. Like, you gotta stay away. And he's at home, bored, nothing to do, wants to fucking come back to work. I don't want it. I don't want it at all.
Like, God, just start a new company or something, you know, like, do something like small. I don't give a fuck. Don't ruin WWE. We're doing good.
No. Yeah, no. Here's the thing. I'm going to say what I always say at this situation. I want him to pick up the phone when God calls because he needs to leave. Because that's the only way everything will be fine. If he picks up the phone, I swear, Vince should just go pick up the phone. Like, matter of fact, he should call God himself and say, hey, I'm ready to hang out. Let's do this. Because I think that'll be better for everybody because there's no way he'll come back if he is hanging out with God. So that's the only way to stop this because he's already put plans in motion to change everything and no one needs that. Just stop. Just please stop. And because he has the controlling interest and power, there's no way that they can get him out. Only way they can get him out is through a vote of no competency, and they still can't get him out because he's still the majority shareholder. There's nothing that they can do. He literally just has to meet God, and that's the only way that everything will be fine. That's it.
At this point, I feel like I'll get the call before he does. I don't even think this man even has the phone.
No, he has the phone. He's been turning off the ringer. God's been calling him. He just keeps turning off the ringer. It's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those days. He forgets to turn off the ringer. It's gonna ring, and he's gonna pick it up and be like, "Hey!" And God's gonna call him right on home. We're gonna be like, "Oh, thank God! Like you've done it." I think 2023, we're just gonna see it happen, and we're gonna be like, "Oh." And the funny part, like this, like I'm not even joking. I feel like this is gonna happen, and I know, like when I say stuff, it usually just turns out to happen some kind of weird way.
Yeah.
I feel like he's going to come back in 2023 and get in that ring, and it's going to be one time he steps in that ring in 2023. He's going to step in that ring, and God's going to be like, I'm tired of playing with you. And he's just going to grab him up, and we're going to see him get grabbed up, and we're going to be like, oh, this is what you always wanted, to do this here. Okay, well, fine. It's over. All right, moving on. All right, let's go. Like, I feel like that's going to happen. And it's going to be weird because it's going to be one of those moments where nobody's expecting him to come out. He's going to come out. He's going to be in the ring. He's probably going to be talking shit. And, like, he's going to get ready to leave. And it's just going to be like, and you're going to be like, that just happened. Wow.
He got his wish.
Oh, well. What's the next match? Yeah, we're going to be like, what's the next match? All right, cool, let's go. Because I feel like that's going to happen. Because he's going to keep pushing himself to do something. And it's going to happen. Like, just enjoy your life. Like, you've worked yourself to death. So, like, just go home and just enjoy your life.
Yeah.
This is insane. But Monday Night Raw opened up with Bloodline. Like, literally, the intro's coming on and Bloodline just ruins the fucking intro. Even so bad that Renegade was like, I didn't know Sammy was in the intro. I was like, he's not in the intro. What the fuck?
Like, I'm like, aren't they SmackDown people? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, because that's how fucking wild it was. Like, what the fuck just happened? So they attack everybody, they throw stuff over, and Kevin Owens shows up. So Kevin Owens is like, yo, just leave. Sammy is just ranting and raving. He's like, dog, I really don't care, just leave. So they wind up getting in a fight. And then fucking Adam Pearce comes on like, no. This is not how we're going to do it. And he just says, fuck it. Everybody just comes down from Raw. They just beat down the Bloodline. Bloodline runs off, and Adam Pearce is like, listen, y'all fuckers want to keep coming around fucking shit up? Fuck this. You know what? I got a thing for you guys. You guys are going to fucking pay because I'm going to put you all in a match tonight. Fuck you. I'm like, okay. So then we get Bianca Belair, and she's in the back, and she's getting interviewed, and Byron Saxon is saying, how do you feel about Alexa Bliss? And she was like, yo, after that shit she pulled last week, I'm going to beat her ass. I was like, okay. And we go right to the match. Bianca Belair versus Alexa Bliss. I didn't like this match. Even though I knew exactly what was going to happen, I didn't like this match.
At least Alexa didn't win, you know. Like, probably eventually gonna win, but at least she didn't win right there.
Yeah, I kind of knew she wasn't gonna win because it was gonna lead into like the next match, and the reason it has happened was because Alexa went on the outside. She's seen somebody with an Uncle Howdy mask. Oh God, she's messed up. She's having those hallucinations again. Did you see somebody else with an Uncle Howdy mask? Oh God, she's seen him again. And then she just beats the shit out of a referee, bloodies up Bianca Belair, and walks off. And the bad part is, even you pointed this out because you were so fucked up about it.
Mm-hmm.
Alexa beats the shit out of Bianca and hits her with the Sister Abigail on the steps. And the crowd starts chanting one more time. And you're like, isn't this where Bianca is from? What the fuck is going on?
No, it wasn't a Sister Abigail because like it should have been the Sister Abigail. It was a DDT.
Oh, it was a DDT.
Yeah.
But she was like, what the fuck? Like, she's from here. What the fuck is going on?
That's always like a weird thing with fans to me. Like, what the hell?
Yes. So then we get Elias. And he faces Solo Sikoa in a Nashville street fight. and they're going and they're just fighting and they're just fighting and fighting and fighting. And then some guy named Hardy, who I have no idea is a country singer. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. He comes in the ring and hits Solo Sikoa with a guitar, and Solo no-sells it. And then Solo finally beats the living shit out of Elias. I'm like, okay, well, whatever.
All I know, he's not related to the Hardy Boys, so.
Or is he? He could be a long-lost Hardy boy.
Oh, shit.
So then we have a 6-man, Street Profits, and Kevin Owens versus the Usos and Sami Zayn. I don't know what I expected from this, but like I didn't expect all of this. I don't know what I was expecting. Cause like this was a really good match. The Usos won, but then after the match, they get attacked by Sheamus and Drew McIntyre because they're setting up for the tag title match this week on SmackDown.
I don't know why part of me wanted to say Rampage.
That's the other show. Yeah. We're on this show. What the fuck? So then we had Chad Gable and Dexter Lumis in a match for I don't know why. Right? I don't know why. Can you explain to me why they had a match?
It's the hell I mean.
Yeah, it was the bad part was like I thought this was gonna be a really good match, and it was just there. Dexter Lumis got the win, but he was just there.
They could have made it make sense and made it for like a qualifier for the Royal Rumble, which in a sense qualifying for the Royal Rumble makes no sense to me anyway. But at least the match would have made sense.
Yes. So then we get a Cody Rhodes promo talking about how everything happened with Cody Rhodes, which I didn't like at all. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like it at all because I would rather Cody just be like a random entrant in the fucking Royal Rumble instead of being, oh my god, look, Cody Rhodes is coming back. I'd rather him just be a random.
Yeah, like a quote unquote surprise, even though we know.
Yeah. So then we get Damage Control. And this is right before Bayley gets on a plane to go see her bestie in Japan. Like literally, I'm not even joking. This is literally hours. Like I'm not joking. January 3rd, Bayley is in the ring. She's in the ring. Bayley is she's in the ring. In fucking America. She's in the ring. She gets on a plane to get to Japan January 4th just to be with her best friend. That's love.
That's loyalty, like a motherfucker.
Yes.
I love that.
So the MILF comes out and she's like, and the MILF is like, yo, fuck this. I want to beat you two up. Which two she means EO and Dakota. She's like, nah, I want to fuck you two up. So come on. Like, let's do it. Handicap match, tag team match, I don't even give a shit. So the MILF gets in there with Damage Control. And you're like, okay. What's gonna happen? Is she gonna just get beat up the whole time? Oh no, what's gonna happen? Then halfway through the match, Michan shows up. Michan, yay! So Michan comes in and she's the MILF's partner. And it's like, okay, well, that's a thing. I mean, she does have beef with them, so it makes sense. I was like, okay, well, that makes sense.
Like for a split second, it didn't make sense to me.
It
goes back to War Games.
Yeah, and like they just kept beefing with them, and I think, matter of fact, even last week, Michin had a match with like Dakota Kai,
I think, yeah.
So, yeah, so it was like, it made sense. Damn it, Control got the win, so it was like, I mean, it is what it is. So, then we see 2 promos from Austin Theory and Seth Rollins about their match later on, and you're like, okay, cool, who kind of cares? No, I don't mean about the match. I don't care about their promos. So then we get Celexa, and Celexa is saying, I feel free. I feel the power. I'm going to take the title from Bianca. So that sets up their Royal Rumble match.
You notice her makeup was fucked up, like her old gimmick?
That wasn't her makeup. That was her blood.
Oh, shit.
Like, her nose was busted open, and like, that was dried blood.
On her eyes, though? Because it was on her eyes, too.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like, if you look at it, like, that was blood. So then we get Dominic Mysterio. He's a hardened criminal. He has if you look, he has a little fucking tattoo here. He has a little fucking tattoo here and a toothpick.
I noticed
that. Oh my
that.
God, I'm so mad that he really pretended to be a hardened criminal. Oh God.
And he's really trying to embrace
so
the Eddie
stupid. Thing. The Eddie and the Razor Ramon thing.
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh, dude. It pissed me off, but like, that was a thing. So then we had a kaiju promo because they said that Jonah is coming and he's gonna destroy everything. It's like, okay, cool. No problem. And then it's time for the main event. I would have loved for Seth Rollins to win, but the fact that Austin Theory won and kept the U.S. title and makes the U.S. title more prestigious makes me happy also.
Yeah.
It makes me happy.
Either way.
So there was a controversy. Yeah. There was a controversy after this match. And the controversy was, is Seth Rollins actually injured? Is he fucking injured? And according to all the reports I got, Seth Rollins is a fucking great actor because he even had Corey Graves throwing up the X after the match, was like, he's hurt, guys, he's hurt. Like, why is nobody helping him? And like, he even hobbled backstage, but from everything that I've heard, he's perfectly fine. It's like, what the fuck? Like, why did you work everybody like that?
He even tweeted the whole
fucking fine.
reclaim, rebuild, whatever the hell, like the one he did when he actually got injured. Like, he did it again.
Yeah, that's what fucked me up. Because like, I was like, what the fuck? But everything I heard was like, he's perfectly fine. Like, what the fuck is happening? It was very, very weird. Unless, like, the only thing that makes sense is like, if he's actually fucked up and he's just like, was like, everybody is trolling, like, no, he's fine, but he's actually fucked up.
Or he's injured, but it's not as bad, you know, like he's only gonna be out like a few weeks.
Yeah, I hope so, because he has to do the Royal Rumble thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that was the beginning of the year in wrestling. Like, holy fuck, that was a lot.
Right.
So yeah, like, we'll be back with more stuff with Rampage and SmackDown. And also, our favorite show ever. Our favorite show. You know what our favorite show is?
There's like 55 of them.
Yes, because they're all battling for the belts. And before I even stop right there, here's the thing, right? This pisses me off. You know that we're gonna have a battle of the belts on Friday. It's like, okay, we're having battle of the belts. But no. They just promoted. They're having a battle of the belts in 2 months. 2 months. Like 6 weeks. Another battle of the belts in fucking Arizona. I am fucking pissed, bro. I'm fucking pissed.
What the fuck is the point?
Why? I don't know. I don't fucking know. They need to stop. This is annoying as shit. This is supposed to be like a Clash of the Champions. Nobody gives a flying fuck what goes on here.
Yeah. I don't even think Clash of Champions was like that.
No, Clash of the Champions was fucking awesome. It was fucking awesome. Like, it would be kind of weird shows, but it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome because, like, the lineup would be like shit that you'd be like, what the fuck? Like, some of this doesn't make sense. But the top 3 matches were all shit that you were like, holy shit, like, this should be on a pay-per-view. But it's like, no, we're going to put it here. This is just like, we're just throwing shit together because we can throw shit together. Who cares? It's like, what? Yeah, like, no one really cares. All right, you're not even watching this. All right, bye. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, that wraps up our podcast this week. You got any last words?
2023 is going to be a hell of a fucking year, so get ready.